So, how are you going to create feedback in your life so that you can recognize stuff, whatever the stuff is?
In terms of what you're talking about now, that clearly is my transformation objective. And it's difficult not to get feedback because it occurs all the time.
Yeah.
I have another one in terms of learning.
But the feedback you get is that you suck at it, right? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's like, it's like that. See, so now how do you get feedback? Why?
What do you mean? Why?
Why you suck at it. In other words, why you have to do that. Why you keep doing that. Why that's the reality you live. See? How do you get feedback with that? Why do you resist doing it? Why is it even difficult?
What do you mean by feedback? Because I'm contemplating that. I don't know what you mean.
Well, it's kind of an open question. And that's another way of saying, I don't know what I mean either. So I'm saying, how do we, what can we invent, look at, consider, that you're drawn to discover these things. So you're saying, okay, you notice that it's not working, then you have the thought, oh, I'm resisting doing it, or I don't want to do it, or I'm incapable of doing it, or whatever it is, and then, but you have to have that thought first, right? And then you investigate, what is that? Why don't I feel capable, or why do I resist it?
But it seems like that is what we're doing already. The transformation objective, making the shift and fail to do so. Get into, as best as possible, why not? Why am I not changing that?
Okay.
It seems like the same thing.
So you see, but this business, right? So having that is giving you an objective that gives some kind of feedback, which is to say, you get a contrast. Say, I have this experience, and there's this experience I have as possible because I could do it, and I like that one too. It seems very powerful and clear, and that might be a good way to go. But I keep doing this one. Saying, well, I keep doing this one. Why do I keep doing it? And so there's like a lot of fruitful, looking into, right? Okay, how come I keep doing this? But you've been trained in that. So what if somebody is a normal person, and they're given this, hey, you could do this shift, go ahead and do it. Life will be better. And they don't know how to do anything else. Okay, I just can't do it. I tried, I can do it for a little while, and then I can't do it. So what would we tell them?
Do it anyway.
But they said they can't do it.
Find out. Look into it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Tell me.
So you'd have to tell them, right, to do the things like you do, right? So, you can see, let me go back to the old well again. Fighting. You see, now, again, see how challenging it is. I've been in the fighting world. I was in the fighting world for a long time, decades and decades, I did lots of it, okay? I fought lots and lots of people in many different ways. So, and I would say, my observation, and of course I could be wrong, most of them don't have a clue. See, they can't use the thing for feedback very well. See, not the kind of feedback I'm talking about. They will try harder at what they already do, what they already know, how they already see it. They're usually not that bright, you know, and they'll just try harder and, you know, train more maybe, you know, if they're determined, right? Or they'll simply accept they're just not that good. You know what I'm saying? They will. Saying, I'm just not that good. I'm not top flight like he is, you know. You know, I'm not like one of the really good ones. I'm just sort of, you know, middling, or I'm not very good, you know. But I like doing it, like kind of hanging in there and giving it a try, whatever, like that. See, okay. I see that as a limitation. Okay, it's like, yes, sir.
Quick aside, I'm just curious, what is the question that we are working on currently, or what are we trying to point at?
We're moving toward that.
Toward what?
Feedback. That question?
How to create feedback?
Yes.
How?
Yes.
Is there more? Is there more to that, or is there something that could clarify that even further? Or is that necessary? Would that be useful right now?
No.
Just how to create feedback
Yeah.
in any practice for the purpose of discovering
Assumptions, unconsciousness,
so that's
lies,
because that's, I mean, that,
misrepresentation, whatever.
okay. Because I'm having maybe a bit of a challenge with wondering if the way that I'm approaching the question is powerful, because my mind keeps going to, well, create a technique or some sort of practice for somebody to do that would confront them.
Yeah.
That's where I keep going.
Yeah.
And is there more?
For them to create, like for example, for them to create something that confronts them.
So then how do you teach?
People don't want to be confronted.
Say again?
People don't want to be confronted.
Right.
It doesn't even occur to them.
Right. First, it needs to occur to them, and second, they need to be willing to look into the matter. So are we assuming that that's the case already? Or are we starting from scratch?
We're starting mostly from scratch.
Okay, well that's a, there you go, okay.
All right.
A worthy challenge.
Here's your problem right there.
There's a big one right there.
Okay, now.
Thank you.
Yeah. But let me finish my thing here. So the fighting thing, right? People, so, you know, it's not useful, in my mind, that they keep doing the same thing over and over again. You know? And they don't learn. So to me, they're not using feedback properly. You understand? See, I used to say, you know, hit me once, fine, you're not gonna hit me again. That same way. Why? Because I'm a fast learner. See, if you manage to hit me some way, you know, it's like a and I'm unconscious enough to let you, I'm not aware enough, see, of something, and I let you, immediately, I start, you know, how did that occur? Where did my awareness go so that it could occur? And I'll change that. Okay, try again. Okay. I'm not saying it's successful all the time, but 99% of the time. Anyway, but you started to get a direction here a little bit. I want to, you know, keep pushing it and see if we can find some principles, okay? See if we can find, you know, a way to go. Okay. So now, I would beat people up, and I could use the same thing, do the same thing over and over and over again. That, to me, is unacceptable on their side. You know? That is being a slow learner. So, perhaps, just say, well, they're just not very bright, you know? They just can't figure this out. All right, but then I ask them, why? I'm doing it to you. You have motivation to figure this out, okay? Because I'm going to hurt you again and again and again, or beat you again and again and again, whatever it is, you see? See? Okay, this is not using feedback. This is not using feedback properly. So then let me go, a little further. So I go out on the map. I fight or do whatever. Play a game. And it doesn't work out. Well, maybe I get beat. See, mostly in my case, I'm just having more trouble than I should. Okay, so it's like I'm having some trouble here. Now come. Okay. And to me, see, my view is that, well, look, if I'm trying to master this thing, right, then I shouldn't have trouble. It shouldn't have difficulties. What am I not getting? And trust me, there's lots of domains that I discovered I'm not getting. My perspective, an attitude I have, a way of looking at it, some ignorance about what's going on, a lack of acceptance, an unconscious rejection of something, an emotional reaction to, or, it's all kinds of stuff that's there, you see? Not just the physical aspect. There might be something in the physical aspect, but the physical aspect's not that hard, for Christ's sake. You've got arms and legs, maybe they're more talented, they can do some physical things that hard for you or something, Okay, there's that. But then you find ways, it's like, see, I encountered people that were, say, very fast with their hands, you see? Not as fast as me, but they're very fast, you see? So, it's difficult what to do. See, you solve the problem, Okay, you're fast with your hands. Can I pick up your intent before you start to move? See? Okay, cool. If I can do that, I can start now responding before you move, so I'm not dependent on being faster than your speed. You see what I'm saying? For example, right? See? Oh, you're fast with your hands. Great. I'm going to keep a distance. See? And I'm going to move in gross movements. See? Okay, so I take your speed advantage away. Do you see how that happens? Because you have to be close range in order for that to make a difference. See? And if I force you to move in bigger movements, the speed doesn't matter that much, you see, because you might not be that fast with your legs. I don't mean kicking, but like just trying to step, say, move. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, see, so solving the problems, for example. Part of that's acknowledging what's there. Where the problem is. It's like, what's going on? How come it's not working out? That kind of deal. See? But when I'd always work on it. I'd solve problems immediately. See? But even so, I would contemplate it, so to speak, soak in it, go over it. See? It's like, how come? What was off there? Like I said, I was like 27 years old. I was 27, wasn't I? 28? When I fought in the world tournament? 7? 27. Okay, 27. And so I was a young man. Young man. And, but I knew a lot by then. A lot. I could tell. More than any of the people I fought or saw. Easily. That's why I said, before I went, I'm going to win. Because I know, people don't know this shit. They can't do it. Anyway, but then you see, then there was oak trees. Pissed me off. Right? He tried to cheat. He tried to hurt me cheating and stuff like that, right? and do real damage, try to do real damage. I didn't mind just trying to do real damage, above board. Like in our fight. It was that, to sneak something in wasn't above board. Anyway, so it pissed me off. And so I didn't fight as well. I still beat him, but you know what I'm saying? See, and I sat down and I knew that. I sat down and was, no. And I said, my guys, yeah, wasn't so good with, that's good. And he said, no. I said, yeah, I know, because I got pissed off. See, it's not, there's no place for that, see? I got pissed off with a guy trying to put an elbow in my throat when we were on the ground. I just thought that wasn't cricket. Pissed me off. I guess I have a thing about being taken advantage of, it's, yeah, got to get over that, huh? Freedom! Anyway, so, see, it did affect that. See, but I knew it, and I knew where it was, I knew the source, and then I dropped it, etc. But in any case, I mean, I guess it's hard. So your relationship to the matter is one thing. See, then you have to use it properly, though, right? See, like we were talking here with Dan, and okay, see if he's using this business, this objective, and he can see now contrast between the objective and what he's doing. He gets to study what he's doing and why he's doing that when he clearly prefers the other one. Or he doesn't, and he's not telling the truth to himself. You know what I'm saying? See, whichever, but in any case, then you'd have to relate to it properly, yes?
Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please consider joining a workshop. They're more powerful than you think.